Bom dia. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Fassil Eats the World. My name is Fassil, and today we will be exploring the flavors of Angola. Angola is a large country on the southwestern coast of Africa. Angola is bordered by 4 countries. These countries include both the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Republic of Congo, Namibia, and Zambia. And then on its western coast, it's bordered by the Atlantic Ocean. Thanks to its size and range of environments, Angolan cuisine is actually very diverse. To add to this diversity, Angolan cuisine is actually heavily influenced by Portuguese cuisine. Common ingredients include beans, rice, pork, chicken, vegetables such as tomatoes and onions, as well as fish. So, today we are making Muamba chicken, a dish that I feel like I'm finally pronouncing right. Not 100% sure, but let me know down in the comments below. I'm pretty confident that I got that one right. Muamba. And finally, with the introduction out of the way, let's get to the cooking. Chicken! So you're going to want to start by cutting your chicken into small pieces. Set aside for later. Lemon. I don't know what this does, but I've always seen this like on cooking channels or cooking shows. They do this to the lemon. Maybe it releases the juices. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Cut the lemon once in half. Garlic. You're gonna want to smash, peel, and then mince your garlic. Go ahead and squeeze the lemon juice right onto your chicken. Oh yeah. Half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon white pepper, half a teaspoon thyme, and half a teaspoon minced garlic. Oh, and don't forget half a teaspoon of chicken bouillon. Go ahead and give that a good mix. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty. It's okay. Like that, just like a good mix. Make sure everything's nice and coated. It smells really good actually. Oh my god. Already I'm excited to eat this. I'm gonna set aside 4 cloves of garlic. Once again, cut, peel, and chop your garlic. Onions. Just remove the outer layer and then slice them up. Tomato. So you're gonna want to dice this guy up. There you go, all nice and diced, minced, whatever you call this. Not 100% sure. There we go. Oh, looks so pretty. Butternut squash. So, I don't know how to cut this guy up. Do I peel it? What should I do? Yellow. Oh baby. Oh baby. Do I stab it? Oh. Father, forgive me for I have... Oh my... This seems kind of barbaric. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's cut this off. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we only need about 225 grams of this. So I'm just trying to like shave it down until I get the right weight. Here's my scale. Still too heavy. Okay. How about now? Still too heavy. You know what? I'm just gonna use this and we'll just have a lot of butternut squash, more than we need. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this into large cubes. Oh my, okay, what kind of knife do you use to cut this? Ah! Oh, I'm sorry for the sound effects, guys. I know. Sounds kind of weird. Not usually the sounds you hear in a kitchen. I feel like I'm gonna cut a finger off, I'm scared. Ah! Okay, and then we're gonna just go ahead and put them in this container. Like that. Okra. Okra. You're just gonna wanna cut up your okra. The recipe says to slice them in half like so, but I feel like I want them to be more bite-sized, so I'm just gonna cut them up a little more like that. 1 pepper, preferably a Scotch bonnet, but I couldn't find that, so I got habanero. So go ahead and cut that up into little pieces. Heat up your stove to about medium heat. 1/4 cup of canola oil. 1/4 cup of coconut oil. Come on. There we go. Okay. So this recipe actually calls for palm oil instead of coconut oil, but I could not for the life of me find any palm oil. I went to every store, every retailer, every specialty shop, whatever culture, country, nationality, but I could not find any palm oil. So if you can find palm oil, use palm oil, but if you can't, then coconut oil is a good substitute. Now we can add our chicken. Oh, maybe that's a little too hot. Bring that down. Okay, so once you bring that back under control, you're gonna wanna cook this until both sides are browned. So it said, again, to brown both sides, but because there's so much liquid in here, it's more getting poached, I guess. Like, I mean, I followed the recipe, like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward. So go ahead and add your garlic, chili pepper, aka your habanero peppers, or your Scotch bonnet if you're following the recipe correctly. 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Give that a good stir. Stir it up. And you're gonna wanna let this cook for about a minute. After about a minute, go ahead and add your onions and your tomato. And then mix that in. Go ahead and saute that for about another 2 to 3 minutes. You're gonna wanna add 2 cups of chicken stock. A little more of that bouillon. And your butternut squash. Give that a good mix. You're gonna wanna bring this to a boil. It's gonna take about 20 minutes for the sauce to thicken up. I think this is the right texture, or right consistency I should say. Not 100% sure, I've never made this before. Or should it be less sweet? But I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a stew, so you would think you want liquids in it, right? And like, I mean, this hasn't really thickened. I wouldn't really say this is thick. Should I cook this longer? Alright, so go ahead and add your okra. Give that a good mix in. And then we're gonna let this cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. Or until desired texture. Like I said, I've never cooked okra, so I've never eaten okra, I've never cooked okra, so I don't know what my desired texture would be. Do you want it crunchy? Do you want it mushy? I don't know. I really don't know. But that's why I'm doing these things, to learn. So we're gonna lower the heat, or just turn off the heat entirely. Add a little pepper, some pepper, and then some salt. And call it a day. So for plating, we're gonna scoop some rice into a bowl. Some good old-fashioned day-old rice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and scoop some of this Muamba chicken on top. Get those juices into every nook and cranny. Get the rice nice and coated. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good, you guys. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Alright, it's finally time to dig in. I'm so excited. It smells so good. Like the whole cooking process, it just smelled so good. With the coconut oil, as it was cooking the chicken and the vegetables, like the aroma, man. The aroma was phenomenal. I'm so excited. Okay, ready? Without further ado, Muamba chicken. Bon appetit. Very good. That was mostly the chicken though, so let me get some of the butternut squash. I've never had butternut squash before in my life, so. Butternut squash, where have you been my whole life? How have I? Okay, now the okra. Algona. Oh. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I don't even know if I did everything right. I don't know if the consistency was right. It doesn't matter. This is just good. This is just good. And I can't even, like, I want to taste this with the plum oil. I'm definitely gonna find some plum oil and then remake this instead of using the coconut oil, using the plum oil. But with the coconut oil, it's still so good. Like, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend all of you guys to make this at home. Do it big with this recipe because it's just so good. It's simple, it's easy. It's pretty much straightforward. You just cut up some vegetables, cut up the chicken. I mean, I guess the one step extra is marinating the chicken, but other than that, it's like a very simple dish, straightforward. Highly recommend. It's just so good. So good. Thanks for watching this video. As always, let me know, again, what I did right, what I did wrong, maybe some variations, like, you know, in the north we do this, in the south we do this, on the west side, on the east side, like, you know, what are some, like, local variations of this dish? And then also, for, like, future countries, like, if your country's coming up and you got a recipe, like, send in your family recipes to me. Like, I would love to create, like, instead of just finding these recipes online, I would love to cook your guys' recipes. So please send your recipes to me. I'd be greatly appreciated. As always, please like, subscribe, share, all of that. I would greatly appreciate it. My name is Fassil. This has been Fassil Eats the World Angola. Until next time.